All right, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Slavo Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. Guys, gonna talk about the Giants. If you guys know me personally, you guys would know how much I despise Daniel Jones to the core. All right, I don't understand how there are Giant fans that buy that stupid number 8 jersey, wear it with pride as if he is going to be Eli Manning. All right, I said it in a video earlier. I believe it was week 2. It's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. It's to the point where it's like, I understand the Giants were out. Didn't have Andrew Thomas. I know they had their center injured. John Michael Schmitz. Okay, I understand they're down an extra offensive lineman, but I've been saying it. Giants needs to improve that offensive line because Daniel Jones is not it, and he needs more than 3 seconds to process and throw the football. Because if not, he's gonna just scramble around as if you're trying to do like a bootleg, and then try to use his legs to accumulate first downs. It has come to the point where I don't even know, if the Giants feel confident, with Daniel Jones behind center, because you can blame the offensive line on this. All right, giving up 10 sacks. 11 sacks. 10 sacks on Daniel Jones. But at some point, you're going to have to put the blame on Daniel Jones. All right, people? Enough is enough. Stop defending this guy. All right? He needs to have a sense of urgency throwing the football. He cannot just be holding back, sitting in the pocket, trying to figure out, can I fit it in this area? Learn how to read a damn defense for once, all right? Because it was in the third quarter, all right? They're in the red zone, all right? I believe it was 2nd and goal, if I'm not mistaken, or 3rd and goal. And you have Daniel Jones dropping back. He takes a 3-step drop back, looking around, all right, and he doesn't let the play develop. I think this is just because he's allowing that internal time clock to speed up because he doesn't want to get hit again. There are 3 people on the left side of the field, all right, 3 people in that zone. Why would you throw it in that direction? I believe he was trying to throw it to Darren Waller. Why would you throw it in that area when you have all 3 people in the same vicinity? What ends up happening? Devin Witherspoon ends up coming by, sees the play happening because he's staring down his receiver, which you're not supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be locking eyes with your receiver like that. All right, this is in college. Witherspoon sees it, picks off the pass, takes it to the house. That was the ball game right there, all right? But you know what? It didn't get any better from that point forward, all right? Because I can tell you, Giants, and you gotta put blame also on the offensive coordinator. If you know that the Seattle Seahawks struggle against the pass, and I understand that Andrew Thomas isn't there, and I've been seeing it. It's Andrew Thomas and a bag of chips with people at the offensive line. If you know that they are not good against the pass, why are you continuously running the ball when that's their bread and butter is stopping the run? You having Reed stop Breida, at the line of scrimmage. You having Bobby Wagner stopping people behind the line. All right, Mario Edwards. All right, and let's start off with that. In the first quarter, it was 0-0. Daniel Jones evades a sack, gets away from one. He's trying to buy himself some time, looking around, right? Mario Edwards comes around the corner, smacks his arm, takes him down. No sense of urgency whatsoever. You can already tell that Daniel Jones has no street smarts because you can feel when somebody's behind you. All right, and the fact that Edwards bum rushed him, didn't even see it coming because he has his backside, not even looking around. What's around him. Huge mistake, and that's how they ended up going up. I believe it was 14-0, or it was 7-0. One of those, because then actually it was 14-3 if my memory calls correctly. Because first touchdown was DK Metcalf. Guys, I just don't like the sense of where the Giants are going. Last year they won a lot of tight games. They knew how to tackle. Offensive line was still very shaky, but Daniel Jones was able to find his way and actually running for first downs, throwing for touchdowns, throwing for large chunks of yards. And I just feel like they're making a huge regression. I'm not gonna put this game so much on Dable because this is what he's able to have, but at the same time, Daniel Jones I just feel like he's not it. He is not the quarterback for the New York Giants. All right. I know in my previous video I said, is Zach Wilson it? And I will talk about Zach Wilson in my next video. All right. And he had a good stellar game. But Daniel Jones, I feel like, is not it. He is not that quarterback that the New York Giants need. I know the Giants want to hold on to him, and that's why they re-signed him for $40 million. And I know that people are talking about, it's not, really expensive. I don't care if it's not really expensive or not. You overpaid for a mediocre quarterback. All right. Clearly, the offensive line isn't good. And you know what? If I'm Saquon Barkley, why would I rush back to play behind that putrid offensive line? All right. Andrew Thomas isn't there. Why would I want to, put myself in danger when I'm franchise tagged and hurt my longevity? You already got hurt in the only win that the Giants had, right? And you know why they won? Was because Saquon was able to run the ball, and the defense that Arizona was playing was too much prevent defense, and the Giants were able to, climb their way back. I don't feel like the Giants are going to do any better. They have a really tough schedule. They're facing Miami next week. Good luck to them. They're not going to win, all right? Miami, I won't be surprised that Miami drops, a 40 piece on them, just because the Giants can't tackle, and they can't they can't block a nosebleed. All right. Daniel Jones, has led the league since the moment that he's gotten drafted in fumbles. I believe it's 24 fumbles that he has accumulated since 2019. That is a lot of fumbles. That a lot of them are just dumb mistakes, and a lot of them is just because he is not aware of his surroundings, and he is not able to see, hey, you know what, I'm about to get hit. I should probably secure the football as best as possible. It's not good. It's not good. I really don't know what's going to end up happening with the Giants moving on forward. I know they're facing the Jets at some point, and the way that Zach Wilson played against Kansas City, I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants go as much as 3-14 at the rate that they're playing. And I'm just saying that because of the fact that they can't defend. They have a hard time defending. They have a hard time, allowing the offense to get into a rhythm. And another thing, Darren Waller. They felt that he was supposed to be the guy that transforms this offense into what it's supposed to be, right? Well, unfortunately, it took for them to get him a second pass attempt until the fourth quarter. Now, if you're not feeding the guy, what was the reason of signing him? Is he going to be another Kenny Golladay? And this time, I feel like it's not going to be his fault because Darren Waller, he wasn't promised, and he's not getting the touches that he's supposed to. I don't know. I just feel like, the Giants offense is a huge mess. Brian Daboll, I think he should take over, calling offensive play calling duties, because there was rumors that he ended up taking over the plays in the second half of the Arizona game, and then you ended up seeing what happening. They ended up dropping 31 points, in I believe it was in a half. So it just sucks. Really, it just sucks. Rookie Devin Witherspoon ended up having the game of his career, the game of his life. Multiple sacks, a pick six for 97 yards, taking it to the house. Kid had a phenomenal game. And Brian Daboll, I would go up to Joe Sheen and ask, how can we get out of, having Daniel Jones behind center, because he is not going to be a quarterback that's going to help carry this franchise. And Brian Daboll is a really good coach. We saw what he was able to do with Josh Allen. We saw what he was able to do in his rookie season with the New York Giants. I just think that, Danny Jones is just not the quarterback that you need for the New York Giants moving on forward. And it's unfortunate. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of that contract, because I believe it's a 3-year deal. So we'll see what happens. This is just not what you want. Not what you want. Geno Smith came into MetLife, and he didn't even put on a show, man. He threw for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 13 for 20. Just the Giants ended up giving Seattle a whole bunch of a short field. Kenneth Walker, getting a touchdown. Matt Breida being your leading receiver with 5 receptions for 48 yards. It's just not good. It's just not good. Unfortunately, Giants are going to be facing the Dolphins. And then after that, it's the Commanders. After that's the Bills. So they're not going to win that. Then it's the Commanders, who people thought that, Washington was going to be a joke. And I was one of the few people that was like, I wouldn't really sleep on Washington like that. And Peter Rosenberg from TMKS was like, yeah, you know what? Washington's going to be a player. And, Sam Howell is a really good quarterback. Well, not really good quarterback. He's a good quarterback that is, in the progressing to the up and coming. So they're not going to win that game. Then it's the Jets and Giants. And then I would say maybe they get a win over the Raiders in Vegas, because they're not beating the Cowboys. They're not beating the Eagles. And the way that they ended up playing, losing 40-0, winning 31-28. Losing last night 24-23, and then losing to San Francisco last week. Get the box score for you. Lost to San Francisco 30-12. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They're getting blown out, and the Giants are going to be the homecoming team for everybody that they're going to be playing, and it's just really, really sad, because just 1 year ago that the team was doing really good, and now they are taking like 3 steps back. But yeah, guys, as disgruntled as a Giant fan I am, that's my take. Got to get rid of Daniel Jones. He's just not good for the franchise, and just got to move forward without him. So then, guys, I am Flavo Rihanna. Thank you for tuning in as the first to go. If you guys want to see me talk about the Jets, it would be right here in this video. All right. So then, guys, peace. See you.